Hello, how are you doing? That's a very good question, given the fact of everything that's going on in our society. I'd like to talk to you about what's going on in our environment. My name is Mike Reynolds, and I'd like to say something about how to protect yourself from the coronavirus. The scientists have told us make sure that we wash surfaces, that we wash our hands, and that we keep appropriate distance from one another. One of the other things we can do is to make sure that we test it to find out whether we have the virus or not. But it's not just ourselves that we can test. In the midst of this coronavirus, you also can test God. One of the things to make sure that you're protected from the coronavirus isn't simply to make sure that we followed all the biology and the chemistry. It's to make sure that we follow our theology. God is the one who oversees and watches over everything. He's the God of the universe. So we want to know what he has to say about protection of ourselves from when the devourer comes to attack us. The Bible says in the book of Malachi that if we will pay our tithes, that God will open up a window of heaven and pour us out blessings that we cannot keep to ourselves. We'll receive too much. But I'd like to tell you that this is a time not simply to make sure that you're staying in and being protected, but it's also a time to make sure you're giving. Why? Because giving provokes the hand of God. It's one of the few places that God says you can test him. And what does God say he'll do for us? Open that window and pour us out blessings. He also says one other thing that's very important. He says he will rebuke the devourer for our name's sake. Who's the devourer? I think it's more than just the devil. I think it's anything that eats away from our wealth and our health. Well, God said he'll rebuke him for his name's sake. Well, let me tell you this. You need to make sure that you're paying your tithes and offering during this time of shut-in so that you are moving the hand of God to bless you and to bless your life. I want to tell you that the greatest way to be protected from the coronavirus is to follow those things that the scientists have told you, but follow also what God is telling you. Pay your tithes and pay your offering. At New Life Celebration, what's the best way that we make sure that that happens? That's to make sure that we go out to our website. And what's the name of our website? newlifecelebration.org. Once you get there, look in the upper right-hand corner and you'll find the giving button. When you hit the giving button, then move down the page where it says that you want to make a payment. When you push to make a payment, ignore anything that it says to you about account information or request, and go down to the bottom where it says that you need to now select the blue bar, the blue bar that's selected there for verification. Once you push that, it'll allow you to enter your name and your address. Then select continue, and when you select continue to pay, it'll ask you what category do you now want to input your particular giving in. Then it's going to ask for account information. After it asks for account information, it's real simple. It just asks you to select so you can review and approve what you've given already. Go out to newlifecelebration.org, and if you have a problem, contact Zephyrine Payne, and she'll help walk you through the process. I want to say one other thing. If you happen to be one of our elderly or somebody who's unable to get out, we'll send somebody to your door to make sure they can collect the offering for you, because the last thing we want is for the devourer to attack your finances because you didn't pay your tithes and offering. To you, may the Lord bless in an overwhelming way.